Anytime your customers are addicted to your product, you have a steady stream of revenue. Hi everyone, this is Stephanie from Stephanie's Book Reviews. Thank you for clicking on my channel. It is November 29, 2019. Today's review and my personal takeaway is on the 276-page nonfiction book from 2005 called Pornified by author Pamela Paul. The main premise of this book, in my opinion, is to point out the dehumanization and end of relationships that occurs when pornography becomes an addiction. Divorce lawyers call porn addiction desertion because husbands, and it's usually husbands more often than wives, abandon a lot of time with their spouses and children to feed their addiction to pornography. Because of the constant repetitious viewing, men come to think of the surgical bodies of porn stars and scripted fantasy activities as normal and become unmoved by their very real wives and very real activities. Even if not an addiction, pornography is an issue that occurs across the board. Page 20 notes that, quote, at least half of the men in Christian churches struggle with pornography at some level. Wives and girlfriends' self-esteem plummet even though they know pornography creates unrealistic expectations. And since the time together with their partner plummets as well, the book describes how the husbands and wives become teammates at raising their kids instead of a couple raising their kids. Speaking of kids, in 2005, pornography was being treated among preteen adolescents who are bombarded with images all the time. Page 181 mentioned the 2004 preteen Xbox game called The Guy Game, where women expose their breasts when questions are answered wrong. There wasn't even an adults-only warning label on the boxes. The company was actually sued because one of the females in the game was only 17 and had not given her consent to be filmed, which she couldn't anyways because she's underage. This makes one wonder how they even got the video in the first place. Speaking of underage pornography, there was an anecdotal story in the book of a pediatric dentist who viewed teen porn sites at work and then saw child patients later in the day. Speaking of watching at work, apparently this used to be a popular thing to do. Finally, pornography is a huge moneymaker and big business. Anytime your customers are addicted to your product, you have a steady stream of revenue. Some interesting facts. Number 1, 20% of all videos rented in 2004 were pornography. Number 2, fully half of all hotel guests ordered porn pay-per-view before the internet was mainstream. Number 3, the pornography industry has lobbyists in Washington, D.C., and porn businesses are on the New York Stock Exchange and the NASDAQ. And finally, number 4, AT&T and Time Warner did not release their adult business numbers in the early 2000s. Well, I do recommend this book. It offers up some extra information you might not have thought about. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please feel free to like, comment, or subscribe. I appreciate all of it. Thank you again for watching. My name is Stephanie from Stephanie's Book Reviews, and I'll see you again on the next video.